EA Sports. It's in the game.
It's week 7 of the National Football League. And here's the pick artist himself, Trayvon Diggs. He's been one of the NFL's best ball hawks this season with 9 interceptions. It's the Cowboys and the Lions on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaud alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup. They're the best team in the NFL as far as running the football goes, but they're in for a stern test here.
Yeah, that defense that they're going up against, they're no slouch either. One of the top 5 units in the league. I think this game could boil down to stopping the big play. This offense can certainly hit some home runs, and if they hit on a couple here, it might be all they need to win the game.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year throw out of Cal. Jared Goff leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chauncey Golston. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. The first carry now. This is Williams. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers. Them will be called on again this week.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes.
Just going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. The Cowboys at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game.
To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of
the Super Bowl in October.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Prescott to throw it. Left side to Lamb. Play action now. Prescott. Touchdown. Sean McKeon. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Especially since they lost the last time out.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Gone. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly. They start on the ground with Elliott. This will be
and that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here in the first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short.
10. Prescott yet again. Running right through him. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Play action. It's Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they will only muster to 9. Here's Goff. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down. They just said, we got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of...
Now Goff. And a throw there going to be... as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dallas offense back out on... I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. On 2nd down, Prescott again. He'll get this to Elliott. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus.
On 1st and 10, Prescott over the middle, hauled in by leads us to a 3rd and 3. Prescott. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline, out of bounds.
You don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive. Leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He wants Reynolds way downfield. It got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Running their plays over and over.
Down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams.
If so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
First carry for DeAndre. Goff now to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to... Now it's Goff off the bootleg. This is caught by Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
What we're saying, laser pointer picks it up for the 1st down.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
But he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Goff on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Micah Parsons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. They kept going backwards. hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Actually ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 34. Badgley's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects. Throwback weekend for our primetime games here in Week 7. Later tonight, a Cubs following. A first down carry by Elliott.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still second down.
Prescott now on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 19 yards to pick. Elliott running right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They go to Elliott again. And
If he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So here
to get back out on the field and play a little bit better, so they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe Ward down the other. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A solid stiff arm. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. With that run, double check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. And
they keep on the ground with Elliott.
Step or not, many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make.
Throwing, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
To 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. Gets around him. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And his guys are able to extend their lead. You talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays here.
But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
That's caught left side. From the 31, Goff. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness tear on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And he's well on his way.
I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And just 1 yard. Prescott now from the 50. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They could
make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given them a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone completion. 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the...
And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown. It's about set to take over on offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and then they punted. And they'll begin by running the option. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll work this
single time.
3rd and short yardage, Prescott. Open man, Lamb, it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass treat in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that
a first down throw for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old.
Now Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. For a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. A little bit of flip the script, quarter 1. Now it's gone. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox, 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing again is gone. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Goff. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown.
Hey, you want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Micah Parsons able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in his first half of football. So then 4 first half sacks. This pass pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something.
This is taken at the 18. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start up at AT&T Stadium in Jacksonville. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Tampa Bay Bucks. Kareem Hunt with a touchdown run. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers carving them up with 3 touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with
past the 30. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. But Charles, for them,
face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
There's the stiff arm. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Flush to his right. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yards.
Good plays have him on the move on first down. Elliott, toss right. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Now Dak on the option left. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Prescott now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to
the end zone for a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And we forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double team.
On 3rd down. Now gone. And unable to convert. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next.
Looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against him throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks, don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
It's too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, gone. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And he'll be out right at the 35. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he'll get
Him in the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that will be incomplete.
To the second half. This is an offense that continues to struggle.
But they get 11 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Dallas. First down, Prescott. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
They'll try the right side with Elliott.
Opportunities, you get over anxious and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field.
43. After the interception, here's Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he's got this one across. Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game.
Their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Swift going to try up the middle. He'll be taken down. Goff now to throw. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there on third down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Nifty move. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Williams.
And this one so far.
They bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Williams. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense?
Field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but the offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. That goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster. Well, and they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Tolbert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's across the 40. Here's Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Gets by him at the 25. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. Again, it's Elliott. I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Gotta have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite.
And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. So an important drive for them there. They're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now.
And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you kick the extra point, make it an 8-point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive in total 8 plays. So out now come the Lions. Still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter, and just a 1 possession. Second and 21. Now it's gone. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From the gun on third down. Gone. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
I know where we're headed on this. Terrific catch. Gets his feet down. Sets up a fourth down and short situation. But then we're wondering, why didn't he get to the first down marker running his route? Am I correct?
You got it. And they will take over first and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. Their defense got a 20th carry here for Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Prescott to throw it. Nice little juke. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great cut now. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Tolbert hauls in the out route. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Saying territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
That's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
To throw on second and 10. Prescott. This throw left side is Prescott on third and 2. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll see. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Lions will take over.
I remember being taught that cliches, you may have ignited them, now they stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Here's Goff. That's into the hands of the tight. Pretty good 15-yard return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it first and 10. First and 10 at their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. A little juke. And he'll be out of bounds. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
The coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there, and how about what he did after the catch?
Hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys.
On play action, Prescott. That's Elliott, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Prescott yet again. Right back to order, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Now that's a killer because you think you've got it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a first down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Well, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on third, and then the tables turned. Here's Elliott. It'll go
on that carry.
On third down, it's Prescott. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. For a touchback. Another shot now for this Lions offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing... Gone. Sideline. Up the middle, it's Williams. And not much to speak of. This crowd urging on their defense. They're up and making noise. Here's Goff. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique as a champ, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Throwing. Prescott. Over the middle. Hauled in. Out of the gun. It's Elliott. And maybe a measure of... Prescott down. Big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Marr able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So Aaron C. So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 11. 2 minutes, 17 seconds to go. They have all 3 timeouts.
And to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short
and 10. Goff now looking to throw. This pass complete to Reynolds. They're able to get the third down conversion. Goff throwing complete for Swift. And he's down now, but that clock rolling. Again, Goff.
I'm not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now. And incompletions to use the clock.
His pass caught at the full. Goff on third down. And this is constantly, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even
see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go 10.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity.
4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to Elliott again. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining. A first down carry by Elliott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop a Weston goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Prescott, he goes down. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what real estate people tell us all the time, it's location, location, location.